Hello, and today I'm going to be talking to you about a piece of equipment called a seneye and what equipment you're going to need to start up an aquarium, tropical fish aquarium. It's not going to be about what you need for African cichlids because they're too advanced for starter fish. In the previous video I spoke to you about what fish you need are good to start off with. I did forget to mention that the Plecostomus, the reason you need that is to eat the algae, which is the green stuff in the tank. So first up, of course you're going to need a tank. Now a decent sized tank, without being too small or too big, is 90 litres. The tank on its own can range from a price of £50, very cheap, that maybe £60 more, to £150 expensive. Also, you're going to need a certain piece of equipment to have inside the tank. So that piece of equipment, there's lots of pieces of equipment, but first of all, you're going to need this, which is called a filter. This filters through the water and cleans the water nicer, so that's what makes it so you can see the fish. Inside the filter there are sponges, which you've seen in one of my previous videos when I was cleaning out my filter. Here is a filter. Okay, you've seen that. Now you're going to need also a heater, which keeps the water nice and warm, because you're going to need that with tropical fish, which is what this channel is about. These are African cichlids. They are a type of tropical fish, but they're not really compatible with the fish that I've shown you in the previous video. So the heater heats up the water, and here it is. You can pick one of these up from about a range of £15 to £25. Here is a heater, which of course is to heat up the water. Okay, you've seen that. Of course you're going to need lights, which don't always come with the tank. It'll say on the tank what size you need. You can just pick them up from the store. You don't need this, but it's a good idea if you do. I have it. It's called an oxygen pump. It keeps the fish having lots of air. You may be thinking, what? Fish like it nice and wet? But in actual fact, they pick up oxygen in the water, but they need water, so don't try and keep them without water. That would just be a bit stupid. So here is an oxygen pump. Okay, so you've seen that. I don't think there's anything else you need. Oh yeah, of course you're going to need things like gravel, presumably a bucket to change the water every couple of weeks. You're gonna need plants. If you want a couple of rocks, don't just put rocks from your garden in your tank. You got to get them from your fish store, because you don't know what might have been on that rock, and even if you boil it, it might be the stone that's actually makes the rock a rock that will kill your fish. Okay, you're going to need a thing called tap chlorinator. You put about 3 drops per bucket in, and that just eliminates chlorine. You don't need that. You could always, if you just wanted to, get a bucket ready and leave it just out for about a day or so for the chlorine to just exit from the water. But it's a really good idea to have it. Of course you're going to need fish food and things like that. So now I'm going to show you a piece of equipment called a seneye, and I will tell you more just now. This is a piece of equipment called seneye. You drop the thing in the tank, which I'll show you. My ammonia is 0.004, which presumably I want it at 0, but that's pretty good reading. There is pH, which it takes a reading of, which is currently at 8, which is an alkali, as fish like. They don't like it very acid. These African cichlids like it particularly acidic. The temperature is 24.5, which is a bit chilly for them, but it's okay, it'll keep them alive and happy. And that's 76 Fahrenheit. So now if I go down to here and you open up the internet page, it'll come up with this massive screen. Now you may be thinking, what is this? It's just telling me that my ammonia here, it's another way of looking at it, my ammonia is absolutely fine, it's not going to cause any damage. My temperature is more good than bad, and my pH is on its way to being fantastic. The overall is really good water. Here it tells me the pH, and so on the 2nd of March it was 7.56, and it's gone really down since then. And then on the 3rd of March at 12:21 it got to 7.75, which was starting to get good, and I've put some buffer in the tank which makes the pH improve, so it's now at 8. But according to this, it's going down, but that's okay, there's no caution warning here. The ammonia, it's all really low. I've seen some where they're like right up here, and that's really bad, but I'm glad that mine stayed really low for a long period of time. Okay, in here it's the temperature. Now you can see it's been solidly good for a while. Nice 24s, 23s, 25s for them. So yeah, nice 24, 23.5s. It ranges quite a lot, but here you can see it got to 23.2, which is not very. It's very cold for them, to be honest. And it went here to 22.8, which is also cold for them. So this is called seneye. I'm just going to take you now to see what the actual equipment thing looks like just now. Here it is, hidden amongst the rocks. It's telling me that everything's fine because there's no red lights on apart from the flashing one at the bottom, which tells me that it's working. But if, say, my temperature was wrong, which is the top one, that would be flashing up red. So that's good. I've got an external filter in this tank, just to quickly go back to the other thing, which is there. That's just the pipe leading from it. You don't need that on a 90 litre normal tank, but if you're thinking about getting African cichlids, you're going to want to start thinking about it. Subscribe for more, leave a like if you like the video, and if you want anything doing, just put it on my comments and I'll be happy to help. Any queries about the video, don't be afraid to leave a comment, and if you need to know anything more, also leave it on the comments list. I'm happy to do anything about African cichlids or tropical fish.